What is going on, guys? Panther here, bringing our Week 5 battle for the BBL against Lux and his Gronigen Gallades. So, hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. So, yeah, Lux has a really scary team. He has Kyogre, he has the Trapper and Doug Trio. Mega Gallade, that core alone right there is very, very good. Armaldo, his I guess his Swift Swim user that he wanted to bring. Fortress for hazards, and then Zapdos. Zapdos is primarily probably going to be his answer to my Marshadow. I have banded Marshadow as I think I've brought that basically every game this season. Immunium Z, Calm Mind Mew, just a bulkier Skarmory, Spadef Vileplume, Life Orb, Protean Greninja, and then a bulkier defensive Lantern here for the Kyogre, especially if it packs like the EQ Water Absorb as well. So I'm going to go ahead and jump into the battle here. Going to go ahead and lead off with my Greninja. It is Life Orb. It puts some tremendous pressure on his team to open things up here, as he leads off with the Zapdos. And I'm thinking, this thing's really probably defensive to take care of my Marshadow. But Ice Beam turn 1 and he stays in, I have a good chance to kill it. It's tempting. Let's go ahead and try it. So just going to go ahead and fire off the Ice Beam here, turn 1. Just trying to weaken this thing for the Marshadow, and we actually pick up the kill here, turn 1. And yeah, that's huge to get rid of Zapdos here that early in the battle. So he's going to go out into Kyogre now, and this thing is very scary to play against. So I'm going to make the hard switch out into my Lantern. This is my dedicated answer for this thing. So I want to see what he goes for here on this turn. He's going to go for the EQ, and EQ is going to do a decent chunk of damage, but less than what you would think. This thing is really built to take on the Kyogre. And I'm just going to click Volt Switch here. If he goes into Doug Trio, he does not know that I'm Shed Shell yet. I can freely switch out into Skarmory and not really have a big deal there. So I'm just going to go for the Volt Switch as he goes out into Fortress. And I'm going to be able to go right on back out into my Greninja. And I'm in the rain now too, so something's now got to take a Life Orb rain boosted Hydro Pump. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to fire off the pump here, and we are going to connect on Kyogre, who it's going to take this hit nicely, to be honest, for this to be Life Orb, Max Attack, and Max Special Attack, and Rain Boosted. Makes a good double out here into the Gallade on my Lantern to get some offensive momentum here, as I go straight on out into my Mew. This is just what I'm going to do. My Mew is my dedicated answer for this thing. It is the one reason why it is here. So he's going to go ahead and fire off the Mega Evolution and be able to threaten my team with Big Gallade here. And yeah, he's going to go ahead and fire off the Zen. Zen does a decent amount, but it tells me that he is Jolly. He's Jolly for the Megazord, of course, so he can't really afford much HP with this thing. So I'm just going to go ahead and fire off the Barrier here. If he's Taunt, he's Taunt. If he's Encore, he's Encore. But I want to see what he is. So, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and now just fire off the Psychic and see what he wants to do. If he wants to go for Knock, it's really not going to do much. If he wants to go for the X-Scissor, that is what it is. I still have Skarmory to check this thing as well. So I'm going to go ahead and fire off the Psychic to do a decent amount. This actually will put it in range of my Mewsy next turn. But he ends up going for the Drain Punch, which is going to heal him and put him now just out of range of my Mewsy, as that is just what I'm going to fire off here. Still a great animation to be able to see. So I'm going to drop that big Mewsy, and we're going to throw him into this big Genesis Supernova here, trying to pick up some massive damage on this thing. And we still do get some massive damage from this big Spirit Bomb coming down on the Gallade. Such a cool animation to actually watch, and some of the Psychic Terrain, but yeah. So he is now +1 in Psychic Terrain. He's going to go ahead and fire off with Zen Headbutt, which does a decent chunk to me, as I just go off and fire off a Psychic just to pick this thing off here. I had no need really for Mew at this point in the battle. I'm liking how it's looking so far. He's going to go out into Dougie here, and he's going to be able to trap me and actually pick up the kill. Now I'm thinking that he's banned at this point in the battle, because if he Scarf, that was definitely a roll to kill, about a mid-roll to kill. So he's going to go ahead and kill the Mew, and I'm going to go ahead and go out into my my Gronigen. So I believe I fire off just the Ice Beam here as he goes out into the Armaldo. And interesting to see what the Armaldo is. Is it going to be AV or something like that? And not AV, not Spadef or anything. He definitely did not like taking that. He goes for the Jet, but I'm of course in Psychic Terrain, so that's not going to work, as we're just going to be able to pick this thing off with the Ice Beam. And down goes the Armaldo. So now he's actually going to go right back on out into the Doug Trio. And he does reveal to be Choice Scarfed. He's going to trap my Greninja, but that is just fine, because that is going to give me Skarmory on the following turn to make some plays here. So, I'm sorry, go out into Marshadow here, actually, because Banded Shadow Sneak kills this thing. That's why. So, I just fire off a Banded Shadow Sneak. And yeah, that's what I'm just going to do. And because Banded Shadow Sneak just looks really good here late game. Just going to go ahead and stay in and go for it again, as a matter of fact, because most he can do is like a 45% with Gyro Ball. And I don't need HP on Marshadow, I need damage. So get some good damage off on the Fortress. He's going to now go out into the Kyogre. And now I have options. So in comes the Kyogre. And I go out into, I forget who I go out into here, but I do want to point out he switches out before my Marshadow, revealing that he is Choice Scarfed. So I go out into Lantern as he makes the double out into the Lantern, catching it here. But little does he know, Shed Shell, I have not revealed my item yet, as I go on out into Skarmory on the Scarf Earthquake. And that is just going to give me a Brave Bird. So we're just going to be able to fire off a Brave Bird here, and I think he just sacks off the Fortress. Yeah, so down goes the Fortress here to the Skarmory Brave Bird. And Skarm's in a pretty good spot here late in the game. So we'll have to see what happens to these last two turns. These two are both confirmed Choice Scarfed here at this point. So he's going to go out into the Ogre now, as I'm actually going to make the play and go out into my Vileplume here. I want to switch it up just in case he goes for like a Scarf Thunder here, as he actually goes for the Ice Beam, and it's going to do a ton of damage to my Vileplume. And the rain does stop here on this turn, and I'm definitely not going to stay in. I'm just going to go ahead and make that switch, go on out into Lantern here as he goes into the Doug Trio. So, got Lantern back in against the Dougie. I believe he goes for the EQ here, but I'll just go right back onto Skarm. There's no reason for me to go into Skarm, because even if he goes into Kyogre, I can sack Vileplume at that point, and then go into Marshadow and apply just more pressure here. But he goes for EQ, and now I get a Brave Bird. And this Brave Bird damage on the Kyogre is pretty much going to seal his fate here, because after that, the just Banded Marshadow is just looking that much cleaner. So Brave Bird's going to come off here, and Brave Bird is going to do a lot of damage. Yep, there it is. There it is. And he is going to, I think he goes for the Ice Beam again. No, he goes for Quake here. He goes for Quake. So he's going to go for the Quake here. I'm trying to preserve differential here, and I wouldn't normally do this. I would normally go for a safer way, but the last 2 weeks, how they've ended, have not been great for me. So I'm trying to catch up every point that I can. So I'm going to go ahead and make the double out, go back out into Skarmory on the EQ. He may go into Dougie here. No, he's just going to EQ. And I'm just going to Brave Bird. I think I just Brave Bird through his team at this point. I'm almost positive. So let's see. Yep, there's the Brave Bird. And I don't think this kills. Nope, it does a lot. But I'm pretty sure I just Brave Bird again here on this turn. Knock out the Dove Trio as he goes to the Rock Slide. Oh yeah, I get my weak armor boost too. I forgot about that. Forgot I brought that for Gallade. Just to threaten it. Like if I came in on like a knockoff or something like that, I could threaten it out on the next turn. So down goes the Dougie. And now it's Scarf Kyogre versus Vileplume, Skarmory, Banded Marshadow with Sneak, and Lantern. So not looking good for Lux here at this point. And in comes the Kyogre. As I believe I just Brave Bird to finish it. Yeah, he just goes to the Ice Beam here. I think I just Brave Birded. I think I'm out of range of everything. I think this should kill. Yep, and then that's it. I think we live the recoil as well. Pretty sure anyways. Yep, we do. That's a good game to Lux. Now we are 2-3 this season, so we are coming back. We've got 5 games to go. We're going to make that playoff push. But yeah, guys, that's it for me here this week. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to catch next Monday's game. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the season so far. And hopefully we're able to pull it back here after our early season struggles. We'll see ya.